Hey guys, I just wanted to put a quick one out. I had a few questions last week about how you go about going back to workouts and exercise, and I kind of explained where you try and do slow walks and build them up. So you incrementally go to do a 1 kilometer walk, and once you're comfortable with that and you don't get any relapses from it, you build up to 2, and so on to 5 kilometers. And then once you get to 5 kilometers, just try and work for a pace. So try and lower your time each time. But in terms of, I guess the question I'm asked more so is how you return to weights or calisthenics or whatever else you're into. So what I did, and you can look this up yourself if you want, there's a thing called grease the groove, which is a technique used. So instead of doing a big joint workout, then taking a rest day, and then a big joint workout, you essentially take 3 or 4 exercises. So for myself, I took pull-ups, I took one-arm push-ups, I took one-legged squats, and I took shoulder presses. And what you do is you take whatever weight you normally would do in a working set. So, for example, with say pull-ups. With pull-ups in a one set, I could probably do somewhere between 15 and 20 with good technique and slow. So what I did was I took a maximum of about 40% of my one set max. So with pull-ups, for example, I would have taken maybe 5 reps. So throughout the day, what I would do is, be it on the hour, or I'd set an alarm for myself between 3 and 5 times a day, I would take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and do 30 to 40% of my one set max on each of those exercises. So I would have an alarm go off, I'd go do 5 one-arm pull-ups, or 5 pull-ups, then I might do 2 or 3 one-arm push-ups on either side, which would be, less than 50% of my max as well. Then the same with squats, same with shoulder press. And what that does is it allows your body to get used to lifting that weight again, but it doesn't put you anywhere near failure and anywhere near getting oxidative stress on your system, which is where the relapses come when you come back from long COVID in particular. So that's just something I think you should have a look at. It's called Grease the Groove. There's a guy called Pavel Tsatsouline, I think is how you pronounce his surname. He came up with the technique, and he uses it if you hit a plateau. So say, for example, I'm a guy and I can't do more than 5 pull-ups or something. I know pull-ups is quite an issue case for some people. So what you would do then instead of doing your 5 pull-ups in your workout, you would go about your day, and 5 times in that day you would do 2 pull-ups. And then by the time you hit, say, 2 weeks of doing that, if you go back and try and do your 1 rep max again, you'll find you can do 8, 9, 10 pull-ups. And it's just your body building that muscle memory, and it works for bouncing back from recovery and stuff as well. I found it was huge. So yeah, have a go with that. And then with the walks, start very slowly. If it's a case that you feel foggy the next day, one sec else. If you feel foggy the next day, just do a slow walk again. Like, it might feel like you need to lie down, but it's important not to let your body get into that routine of complete fogginess and just stuck in that rut, because it's very hard to get out of it. So yeah, that's my advice. Say hello, Elsa.
Hi.
Brush your hair. Okay, so yeah, I'll post a little bit about it if I can find any links on it. I'll post it in the link to this. He also was on the Joe Rogan podcast, I think, at one stage, so it's a very interesting listen. So have a go with that.